Hello there guys, it's LazyBeast here. Now there's some exciting new news from Blizzard Entertainment. They are announcing a new survival game. Well, it's more of a announced but unannounced survival game at this stage. It's announced but it's not really actually announced. Make of that what you will. So I don't know how you feel about this, do let me know in the comments, but me personally, I'm actually really excited about this. Now obviously we don't know a lot about this currently, but from a recent tweet from Mikey Barrett, we can actually see that this game is playable. They are actually working on this, they have put a lot of work into it already, and they can actually play the game. So while it's still likely that this game is going to be a long way off releasing, the fact that they've put this announcement out there that they're looking for more staff to put this game together shows that they are really, pushing this project. So hopefully we'll have a lot more to see on this game soon. So what I wanted to do was look at the images that we do actually have access to right now, which are these two images that have been shown on the post on Blizzard's website, and analyse these images and see what this could possibly be all about. Now if we look at the art styles of these two images, correct me if I'm wrong here, but these to me look like slightly different art styles, which to me suggests that they either haven't decided properly on an art style for this game yet, or that they're still trying to keep things quite loose, which is probably the case because obviously they don't want to commit to something this early on. But other than that, these images are kind of contradicting a little bit. So the first image at the top of the post shows these two characters in what looks like modern clothing. He's got a rucksack, there's a bicycle there, looks like quite a modern bike. So this is kind of suggesting that the game takes place in either current times or just slightly ahead of where we are, in the real world currently. But then we see them looking out into the distance across this sort of vista with this floating island reminiscent of sort of Dalaran in the distance. Now obviously this isn't Dalaran because they've said that this game is going to be taking place in a different universe where we've never seen before. But this sort of mixture of kind of normal modern environments with the buildings that you can see in the background and the woods, there's nothing special looking about the woods, and then paired that with this floating island in the distance is very intriguing to say the least. Now if we take a look at the second image, the character in this image is vastly different from the ones in the image above. Whereas the two guys in the top image look like they're just out to explore and just looking around, or they've just discovered something new. The lady in this image is clearly out there doing some kind of hunting. She's got her gear on, she's got weapons, we can see she's got a sword, and she's got some arrows on her back, so she's probably got a bow and arrow. And definitely just looks like some sort of accomplished hunter type person. Now we can also see on the floor these footprints. Now it's unclear, obviously it's all unclear, but it makes me wonder if these footprints have been left by something that's kind of magical, because you can see these little glares coming off them, these little orbs floating up from them, or if this is an ability of this character to maybe track, the footprints, which would make sense, being kind of like a hunter-like character. So that could potentially suggest a mechanic in the game. If you play as this kind of character, you can maybe track where your enemies have gone. Now the most intriguing thing about this image is the mirror or window, whatever it is that's on the wall there in the distance, and we can see that this is actually a wall. It's a broken down ruin, so it's not just stuck on some random rock, so perhaps this is part of the survival element. Obviously something has destroyed this building and the woods around it suggest it's been there for quite some time. So it makes me wonder if this takes place after what we would consider modern times now. This building's been destroyed, maybe something happens or some kind of big calamity or some big event, and it ruins things, but then there's these mirrors or windows, again, whatever this is, where you can teleport around. Maybe you can go back to the way things were before whatever happened. Another reason why it makes me think that there might be a sort of jumping around from times or locations in this game is if you look at these two images, the guys in the top one are looking away, we're behind them, there's sort of bush around us, which makes it look like we're kind of looking at them, like stalking them from behind, and obviously this character here is clearly hunting someone down. So it makes me curious as to if this lady here in the bottom picture goes through that window or portal or whatever it is, if she would then be behind those guys. But yeah, we've got to remember, all of this may just sound like complete nonsense, and you might be thinking I'm an absolute lunatic because this is such little information to go on. I just wanted to kind of delve into it and try and imagine what could go down in this game. Now, speaking of survival games generally, I'm not really a fan, but Asmongold did a video earlier where he talked about survival games currently, and there's quite a few popular ones out there, and he said something interesting which I agree with, is that a lot of them just aren't polished. I played Ark and ended up uninstalling that before the 2-hour thing on Steam so I could get a refund because it just felt rubbish to play. And one thing I quite dislike about survival games is this notion that once you die, you're basically starting from scratch again. You've got to get all your stuff, and it's just annoying. It's just a massive inconvenience. I understand that that's the point of these games, where you're trying to build up and survive and thrive, but it's just not my cup of tea. Now, one thing we know from Blizzard and that we can usually always rely on is that they put out polished games. So this is why I'm excited for this game to come out and to see where it goes. I think that Blizzard could do quite a good job of, managing the mechanics of a survival game. They could do anything really with this. If there is some sort of magic element to it, like we can see with these footprints and stuff, there's something going on there. That will be really interesting. And obviously with the hunter character, if you're hunting for food and stuff and, things to craft like bits of shelter and to heal yourself, that could be interesting. So yeah, there's a heck of a lot that we still need to learn about this game. This is incredibly early days, so sorry if I did sound like a bit of a madman there just going through what I think about it so far. I'm really interested to see what you think about this game. What are your thoughts on this? Are you excited for it? What do you think it could be like? And yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave it a like and make sure you subscribe for more stuff like this going forward. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been LazyBeast and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.